I'm Shreya Singh, an undergraduate student of Lady Shriram College for Women. Welcome to the session on Important Questions, Chapter 4, Geography, Class 8. The chapter's name is Agriculture. So I will be discussing some important questions from this chapter. Coming to the first question, what is agriculture? So agriculture, it is a primary activity which includes growing crops, vegetables, fruit, flowers, and rearing livestock. What is a primary activity? The primary activities are those activities which include the extraction of natural resources from the earth's surface. So agriculture is that activity because it requires soil, it requires sunlight, and it also requires some climatic conditions. So it is a primary activity because it is connected with the extraction of natural resources, and it also produces natural resource because vegetable crops, all of these are natural resources. Second, we have name the factors influencing agriculture. Now, agriculture is dependent upon some factors. For example, soil. It depends on soil, whether it is black soil or other soil. It should be fertile. Second is climate, like rainfall, temperature. All these are also necessary factor. Then topography and population, etc. These are the other factors because the terrain is also a very important factor in agriculture, which influences agriculture. Third, we have what is shifting cultivation? What are its disadvantages? So, by the name itself, this cultivation says that the cultivation which keeps on shifting. Okay, it is also known as slash and burn cultivation because land it is burnt and then the cultivation is done. It is a type of farming activity which involves clearing of a land plot by cutting trees and burning them. Now, after the burning, the ash which is left, it is mixed with the soil and then the cultivation is done, then the crops are grown. Now, when the cultivation is completed, when the harvesting has been done, the land loses its fertility and then it is abandoned. Then it is left. So the farmers they move to a new place, they shift to a new place, and that is why it is known as shifting cultivation. This type of cultivation has many disadvantages. Like first, leads to deforestation because the trees they are cut down and then the cultivation is done. Second is loss of fertility of a particular land. So after the cultivation, the land loses its fertility, and people, the farmers, they tend to move to new areas. So the fertility is lost. Third, it leads to soil erosion. So when trees are being cut down, there is nothing to hold the soil because when trees were there, their roots hold the soil. They prevent soil erosion. That is why. Fourth is burning of tree causes air pollution. This is obvious because fumes will be released when trees are burnt. Fifth is insufficient cultivation of crops for a large population. Now, with this type of cultivation, with shifting cultivation, it is not possible to produce crop for a huge population because you need to keep on shifting land, and we don't have so much land at present time. This type of cultivation does not help in producing crop for a very large population. Fourth, we have what is plantation agriculture? Now, plantations they are a type of commercial farming. Commercial farming where only one single crop, only one crop, like for example, tea, coffee, sugarcane, etc., these are grown. Now, as it is for commercial purpose and as it is for selling, it requires a large amount of capital, a large amount of money. Now, the produce which comes from this land after the cultivation, it may be processed on the farm or it may be processed in the nearby factories. So the cleaning of the crop, the cutting of the crop, like all these processes can be done either at the farm or either it can be done on factories. So we have many plantations in Assam and they are processed in factories after the cultivation. Now, the development of transport network is very essential for such farming. Why? Because the crops they are cultivated in huge amount and they need to be transported either to the city or either to factories for the further processing. So, transport network is very important. Major plantations they are found in the tropical regions of the world because these have favorable climate. We have example of tea, which is in our country in India as well as in Sri Lanka, coffee in Brazil and rubber in Malaysia. Name the fiber crops and name the climatic condition required for their growth. So jute and cotton, these are fiber crops. The climatic condition required for jute, it is high temperature, very heavy rainfall and high humidity. So all these factors are available in West Bengal and hence the cultivation of jute is done there. The climatic condition required for cotton, it is high temperature, light rainfall and bright sunshine. So the cultivation, it is done in Maharashtra. Next we have tick the correct answer. First is horticulture means. So horticulture, it refers to the growing of fruit and vegetable. So the first is the right answer. Second, we have golden fiber refers to. So jute is referred to as golden fiber. So the third is right answer. Third, we have leading producer of coffee. So Brazil is the leading producer of coffee. So this was all for today. Thank you for attending the session.